Here's my quick review of Robocop and why I think it's one of the best games in recent time. I mean, for stars, just take a look at the details, the reflections, the detailing. Look at all the graffiti, the way it looks, the way the world interacts. It's almost realistic. I was walking around looking at all the reflections, checking out all the details and scenery in place, the fact that you can actually explore, go around, look for things. The character
Phone that
interactions
llama and you
are really
still
top
want
notch as
piercings.
well. I really
It's
enjoyed
sad.
interacting with all the characters in the game and found it
I gotta
really
talk to her
interesting
first.
that you could do
I
side
tattoo
missions on the
them.
cuff
It'll really
and
bring my
also
stuff
just
y'all like.
expand your playthrough time as you wish. It almost gave it a linear
How about I bring
sandbox
out
feel
your
for me,
jawline?
and
Hey
it
man,
also
no
made me come
pressure.
back for
I was
more in
just trying
terms
to
of
be helpful.
the interaction with the
Anyway,
world
if you're
around
not
me.
here for inking,
Also, I
what do you
like the
want?
characters. They're
A
funny.
biker
You
called
can
Spike.
have very
I heard he
funny
was your
interactions
friend.
with them.
I
The
don't see
story
no
does go off a
bikers.
little bit, but it's
No, who
actually
told you
quite
that lady's a
engaging,
load of bull?
and it involves,
Are you denying that he
Robocop
ventures
or
from
Alex
street
Murphy
cultures?
as a real life person in his mind
You've
because his
got no
brain's still
proof,
active,
cop.
and having
Stay
to
off
deal
my
with the fact
case.
that he still
I
has
need to get back
emotions
to my
even as a
work.
robot. But overall, amazing. I mean, you really feel like you're part of this corrupt, dark world that's run by this mega corporation that you have to kind of like work around and adapt to, and dealing with shady characters from all angles from the corporate level. And you also get the choices as Robocop to be more mechanical, or you can even be more human. So it gives you like diversive paths which you can choose, and even you can even just walk away from a complete mission in terms of like you're not being stuck to do the side missions. You can leave the map and you can continue with the main story as you wish, or you can interact with different characters and go down different paths, which is really interesting. I also really like the texturing, lighting effects, the rendering in the whole game as well, and the fact that you can just go around exploring these dark, facet worlds that really feel like a part of the Robocop
I'm
world.
so
A great
glad you're
expansion.
here.
The odd
All I can do
characters,
is scream
the
sometimes, but
interactions they're
this
doing
music is driving
around
me
this world that
crazy.
you're involved
My
in,
head is
and having to kind
it's
of
like a
work around
hangover.
that as Robocop.
Wait,
It's a very interesting
maybe it
concept.
is a
The actual cutscenes and the interaction with the villains is also great, and the actual combat itself is so goddamn satisfying. It's actually one of the best games I've played in terms of the actual physics, the way you can get in these combat scenarios. I didn't find it repetitive at all. You can interact with the surroundings, you can smash things, you can pick people up, you can throw it around, you can basically just go crazy as you would expect Robocop to do if you were actually Robocop and not just in a video game. I used to really like the menu system as well. It has this kind of 80s sci-fi feel to it. It's straight to the point. You have a skill tree, but there's not multiple paths. You just simply select what you want to upgrade and you do it. There's no messing around with that, and that's really refreshing to see. And the physics are also amazing as well. You can shatter glass. You can smash everything to pieces. Everything around you is basically destructible. There are no limitations to what you can do, and that is so refreshing to see. The amount of effort they put into that. Literally, you can break, you can destroy anything that's in there, and it acts like it would in the physical world. As we can see here, look, that topples over correctly. There's no clipping. I can smash the glass, etc. Beautiful. I really like the human elements of Alex Murphy. He has these blip outs. He remembers things for when he was fully human. It's a really beautiful touch in the story. I also love how everything is connected to the original two movies. Like the protagonist is actually a relation of the original protagonist in the first movie. This is a beautiful touch. So, in a way, it feels like a complete extension of the other two movies going back from the 80s, 90s, and it feels completely connected. And I really like the fact that this feels part of the actual world of Robocop, as opposed to something that feels disjointed and not part of the world at all. This completely fulfills every element in terms of the story due to that.
What's up, metal freak? Forget where you left your car?
You better go, Miss Ortiz.
I mean, Peter Weller even came back, and he's in his late mid 70s, so he actually voiced the whole Robocop thing, and you have the original characters that are coming from the original movie as well, which is absolutely amazing. So they expand on it. And going back to the combat again, look, I can go around, I can pick someone up, I can throw them, I can smash something if I want to, I can destroy walls, I can blow things up, I can do everything that you can possibly imagine as you would do in a scenario like that when you're a Robocop. Look at the explosions, everything, the detailing is just so on point. Ooh, that's it, guys. I love this game. I recommend it, and check it out.